Hi. Look at what I got. It's a butternut squash. So I'm going to make curried butternut squash soup. It's gonna be delicious. So what we're going to do is you need curry powder, onion, a yellow onion, some apple juice, some curry, one of these, and I'm gonna use veggie stock, but you can also use chicken stock if you want. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're gonna take our onion and we're going to dice it up. Hold please, I'm going to get my onion. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here it is, I left it out. Oh, you also need 1 Granny Smith apple because we're gonna use that in our soup too, because squash and apples are quite tasty together. Here's my onion. I'm just going to chop it. I need about a cup of onion. And the first thing I'm going to do is just cut it. So you always want to cut it. Here's the root end. You always want to cut through like that because my husband does this wrong all the time and it really makes me crazy. Because you want to cut that, and it makes it easier to chop when you are chopping your onion, because this root part holds everything together. So there's that, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, one moment. So this is the root end here, and all you have to do is take this, make little slits all the way because then what we're going to do is we're going to cut crosswise, and it's going to be all chopped up for us, and we won't have to do any additional chopping. So it's a really, really, really simple. Okay, so here we go. So I need about a cup of this. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these onions and I'm going to put them in a pan with about 2 tablespoons of butter. Yeah. We're going to cook these for about 25 minutes, or just until they're done. It might take less time than that. So see how easy all of these are chopped now? It's already, like, I don't have to do any more cutting. I don't have to sit here with my knife and do this or anything like that because it's already done, because I made those little slits in it before. So there we have our onions. Woo! And they are starting to starting to make me cry. Goodness. So I only need a half of an onion. Ooh. And then we'll put them in a pan. Look at my eyes. Ugh. We're just gonna put them in a pan. I have a nice saucepan here. I'm gonna turn on my light here. Put on some heat. There we go. Got some heat. Let me get some butter. So I just need 2 tablespoons. So there's pre-marked, which is perfect. There is my 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna throw this in the pan and throw in my onions. Here I have my onions. Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna make this tonight. This is gonna be our dinner. So we're gonna have the butternut squash with big croutons, or bread, yeah, croutons, but they're gonna be like, I think I might put some herbs in there. We'll see. But we'll have that. Ooh, and it'll be tasty. Let's get our onions. Now, while these onions are cooking, I need about 2 teaspoons of curry powder. So let's get that. Here's my curry powder. 1, 2. I'm gonna go for just a little bit more because I wanted a little more flavorful. There we go. Look at this. If you could smell this, oh, the curry and the onions, ooh, so good, so good, so good. So I'm gonna put this away. Let's keep stirring this a bit. Like so. I don't want this too hot, so I'm going to turn it down a little bit because I don't want the onions to burn. I just want some nice, yeah, oh, it smells so good. Now, while this is happening, we need to peel and cut up the squash. So let's do that. So here's our giant squash. It's not that giant. You can see my squash. You can see my face. Okay, so I'm gonna get a peeler, which I have right here. And we are just going to peel this. Actually, I'm gonna peel this in the sink because it'll be so much easier. So we're just gonna peel this. Peel this all nice, get all of it off, and then we'll chop it up. It'll be so delicious. Those onions are cooking. They smell so good. The house smells delicious already. I have been craving this soup lately. The weather's been, for California, the weather's been cool and perfect for a good soup. Sometimes it's hard to peel this. Actually, we'll get to the hard part because it's going to be, let's see. It's crazy, this butternut squash. Once I start handling the squash part that's been peeled, it will, it leaves like this stuff on my hands and it takes a while to get it off. I'm looking down. Where do I look? I forget the camera, the thing is right. Oh wait, where is it? There? Ah, there. All right, so turn it over. This is where you have to be careful because, see, that happens. No, I'm not going to leave all those peels for the garbage disposal because that's not good. I'm going to throw them all away. What's great about this soup is it doesn't take a whole long time to do. And it's super, super tasty. I think this is the hardest part. is peeling the squash. Make sure you have a good peeler. I've had this one for a while. Probably time to get a new one. All right, that's done. Let's go look at my onions. Oh yeah. I'm gonna turn the heat down even more. The smell is just amazing. Okay, now let's chop our squash. So I'm probably gonna get my longer knife because this, no, maybe not. I'll just do it like this. Thick, a thick piece of squash. It tried to get away from me. Now there's a little cavity when you cut this way. With all the seeds. So now I'm going to scoop all that out with a spoon. There's my spoon. And then I will just put it all in the sink. So here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Just scrape it out really well. Get all those seeds and strings out. Ta-da! We'll put that back over there. Let's do the other one. Trying to get away from me. This is why I should wear an apron, because I'm always getting stuff all over me. Did you see it attack me? Totally tried to attack me. Oh, this one's being difficult. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, so now the husband just has to get involved. Okay, so there's that. We're gonna go back over here and we're going to cut up our squash because we just want to we want to cut it into some little cookable pieces. So, because we're going to cook it down in some chicken stock. Actually, not chicken stock. You can use chicken stock if you want. I'm going to use veggie stock. So obviously you don't want this little knot part, so you can just cut that off. Which, yeah, I cut it off. There's still all this good meat on this. So I'll just cut this up like this. Ah. Ah. What are you doing? What? I don't know, he's over there razzing me about something. What? There's the nut. It's gone. Look at all this yummy squash. Look at all that. Ooh, it's gonna be so good. So good. All right, there is our squash. Okay, now I'm back. We need to take our Granny Smith apple and we need to peel it and core it. Or just chop it up, take out the seeds. So I'm gonna go back to my peeler and we will peel away in here. So I love Granny Smith apples. They're so good. And good for you. All that skin is so good for you, but it's not good in soup. So we're not going to use that in our soup. All right, our apple is done. Now I just need to peel or core it. I'm gonna do it like this. Just gonna take and cut it in half. Because I don't have an apple corer. I used to, but then I moved and got rid of it. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna cut it out like that. Here, the seeds are here. Ta-da, gone. I'll take out, there's a little bit of green there. I'm gonna get that out. Please be careful with your knives. You don't wanna chop off any fingers, have any accidents. So if you're not good with a knife, get somebody to help you. I'm just cutting off the green there. Some of the peel, okay. Now all I need to do is chop up my apple core, or my apple. Ta-da! So you just want these pieces. I really want to eat it right now. Partly because I'm hungry. Ta-da! There's our apples. Good to go. So now, okay, now we have our onions. They're done. And we're going to put all of our, we're gonna put our chicken stock in with our butternut squash and with our apples. So hold tight. This is what you're going to see. I want you to see all this yumminess. All right. Gonna put it all in. So you need probably about 2 cups, 2 to 3. Ooh, that is overflowing, isn't it? And we still need more broth, so because you want all there we go. So we want enough broth in there to for all the veggies and the apples to like be in the juice. It doesn't have to cover it, but it needs to be in there because you want this to cook and get really tender. Because what we're gonna do after this is we're gonna take it out and we're gonna put it in the blender, because that's where we're gonna break it all up and we're gonna add the apple juice, and it's going to be delicious. You're gonna love this. So we're just gonna let this cook down for about 20-25 minutes. Gonna let it come to a boil and then turn the heat down and let it cook for about 20 to 25 minutes or until it's tender. You'll know, just stick a fork in. If a fork or a knife goes into each, the thickest pieces, then you know that it's ready. So we'll be back. Okay, so my delicious butternut squash soup has been cooking for a while. It still needs about 6 more minutes, but I want to show you this yumminess. I actually put a cover on it, partially covered, because I wanted it to keep the heat, and I'm gonna need the liquids anyway. So I didn't want a lot to escape. So check this out. If you could smell this, you would be like, yes, yes. And I know some of you are having a winter storm. So if you're stuck at home, make this, because this will warm you right up. It's so good. All right, so now it is time to take out my chunks of delicious butternut squash and apple and onion. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna drain with a slotted spoon the chunks, and then I'm gonna put the chunks into a blender. And then I will strain the rest of the liquid through a strainer to get all the solids out and then put those in the blender. Then I'll add a little bit of the juice from cooking, and then I'll add about a cup of apple juice, blend it all up, then I'll bring it back here to let it cook, and I'll add more liquid, the reserved liquid, till I get the consistency that I want, and salt and pepper it. So here we go. Ta-da, I already have it here. Have my slotted spoon. See? Be careful, because this curry, the liquid, if it gets on you, it will stain your clothes. Fair warning. Getting down to the bottom. Smells so good. Smells delicious. Okay, that's about it. So now we need to drain the solids. So I'm going to do that right here. I have a bowl so I can strain. Here we go. There's some solids. Look at that, it's piping hot. Okay, so now we're going to take our apple juice and I'm going to put it in my blender and blend. All right, here we go. Let's pour it in. We're gonna use all of it, which is probably about a cup, 2 cups, cup and a half, I can't really tell. And then we'll just blend it up. Oh, actually I need to put a little more of the reserved liquid in. So we'll take some of that liquid and we'll put it in there. Here's a cup. All right, now let's blend. That's it, easy. So now we're gonna put this back in the pan. So here we have our pan. And we're gonna put it back in and add more of our reserved liquid. All right. Oh my gosh, it smells really, really, really good. And I can smell the apple and the apple juice. The apple cuts the heat from the curry and such a nice complement. So let's see. I'm just shaking it all out. So here I have some juice. We're gonna put it over here. I've already added a little bit more. But there. There you can see. I'm gonna turn the heat back on. And then we're just gonna stir it. It's gonna be a nice consistency. Look at that. It's a nice, nice soup. Now we need to add some salt and pepper. There's some salt. Now it's taste time. All right, here we go. Mmm. Mmm. That is tasting. Not too much curry, just the right amount of apple. It's really good. Now all you have to do, you can serve this with in a nice bowl, and you can add. I like to add like garnished or shredded apple on top with a little olive oil. But you can do anything. You could do a little bit of sour cream with some olive oil, or just sour cream. I'm also going to make some croutons, some nice thick, big slices of bread, toast those, and add some herbs to them. And that's gonna be dinner tonight. I'm so excited. It's so tasty. Try it at home. Try different squashes too, because it could be good with other squashes. Play around. It's fun and it's so good. Bye.